Different hobbies. For some, it may be restoring an old car. For others, maybe boats, but we don't usually see the two combined. But a man in Lincolnton came across this unusual project decades ago. Check it out. He was determined to bring this piece of vintage history back to life. Hallie Turner called shotgun to see it for herself today.
It will get a 10 in a cannonball contest and the Kelly's Blue Book.
For anyone that owns one, they would tell you that there's always something to do to one. You never finish it.
It's a new kind of classic.
Everyone wants to ride in it, of course, mostly kids. I've really had a good time with my kids and with our friends' kids and all riding in it. They just enjoy it. They can't believe that you can drive a car in the water.
Kind of straight out of the future. I mean, you know, there's always ideas of cars flying or going in the water, but now it's real.
It's been a slippery chase since the Reagan administration.
I heard about this car in the late 80s, but I kind of had been searching for it all that time. The guy that owned it had a place at Russaw Creek. I stayed in touch with him. I told him I was interested in it, and he said, of course, I don't want to sell it.
Until 2 years ago when he finally was ready to part ways. And Kevin Beggs was more than happy to take it off of his hands.
I bought it in November of 21, and I worked on it just about every night during the winter that I could, along with my 11-year-old son. Sometime in the spring, I had it where it was what I felt like was water worthy.
Reaching speeds fast enough to blow your wig off.
Supposed to do 70 miles an hour on land and 7 miles an hour on water. I've never pushed it to 70 on land, of course.
He might make his living as a funeral director, but he's breathing new life into an old ride, asking nothing in return.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing something, a good experience with someone else.
On the water with Kevin, Hallie Turner on your side.
A beautiful restoration there. Again, it's called the Amphi car. They started making them in 1961, I believe, in Germany, but they stopped in 1968, so they are very limited. If you see one, it is indeed a rare thing. But there are clubs all over the country where people get together and drive them into the water and just get together. Amazing thing there right down the road from Augusta.